Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Debbie. In case you are new around here, I talk about content, Pinterest, and my freelance life. Today, I wanted to do something a little bit different. It's Thursday when I'm recording this, and it actually feels like a Friday. So I thought, why don't I talk about how I find Pinterest clients? I'm just finishing onboarding a new Pinterest management client this week who is an amazing business owner with so much content for me to work with, which is great. So I thought I would walk you through some things I do to help me find clients. That way, if you are in a position where you're looking to start Pinterest management or you work in marketing and you're looking to niche down more towards Pinterest, hopefully you'll find this helpful. So let's get started. Number one is through my own content. So from the time I've quit my 9 to 5 to start a freelancing career full-time, I invested in a blog. So I created my own website where I can not only sell my products and services, but also blog to get those inbound leads through my website. I also invest a lot of time creating content for different social media platforms to get those inbound inquiries. Now, over the years, the platforms I tend to use the most have definitely changed and fluctuated. However, posting consistently on social media, growing your own email list, and having a blog or a YouTube channel or even a podcast are ways to drive inbound leads. So if this is something that you're looking to do, and if you already have either like a podcast, a YouTube channel, you already have an email list or a blog post, maybe you blog on Medium, you're already positioned to start talking about Pinterest, which would help you also get those inbound leads. Next is cold pitching. So not a lot of people like cold pitching. It's not the what, it's the how you do it. I don't use a very spammy approach like you'll see some cold pitch in your inbox sometimes where people are super aggressive, and even the headlines will say things like what you're not interested in growth or blah blah blah, or you're leaving money on the table. Like, I don't do that. I always intend to network before, or if I don't network before sending a cold pitch, I will make it super personalized, and I will also obviously make it about that brand and not like me, this is what I can do for you. So I always personalize it, make it about them, and I have had good luck with cold pitching. What I have noticed as well is that obviously the worst case scenario is that you get a no. And on the other hand, what I've noticed is that if they're not, interested in talking in the near future and they don't close as a client, I have had so many replies later down the road saying like, hey, you emailed us a while back about Pinterest. Are you still offering services? So that has worked well for me. So next we have freelance marketplaces. A lot of people don't like them. However, I see it as a way of marketing yourself where people have an intent to pay for a service and they're looking for a provider. And yes, there is a misconception out there that most people don't have budgets when it comes to marketplaces. That has not been my experience. When you are browsing for opportunities on Upwork, for example, you can refine your search by budgets, whether it's hourly or total project rate. So that does help. It's not the main place, of course, I get clients. However, the platform has definitely been loyal to me over the years, and it is a source of income for me. So I do like it. I also like Contra. Contra is amazing because it is a commissions-free platform where you can host your portfolio, and they also feature opportunities, and you can apply for opportunities that you find that they curate from other sources, or that potential clients post as well on Contra, which is great. So next has been through email nurturing. So whether somebody takes my free Pinterest keyword class or they get another one of my lead magnets, they go through a sequence and they do get sold either content or Pinterest strategy, content or Pinterest or social media management as well. In that process, they also get introduced to some of my digital products. So my email list is also a way for me to generate revenue, including Pinterest management and strategy clients. Another way that's been pretty effective over the years is answering questions in Facebook groups. I know that can be overwhelming for some people. However, if you do create yourself, let's say, a list of different groups in your niche, and you choose one day per week where you are going to spend X amount of time in that group to engage and answer questions in your niche. That can be really effective. Some of these groups also have promotion days, which really helps. A lot of people, again, may not see a lot of value in that type of engagement. However, it does significantly contribute to your visibility, which is what we want. It's great as well. And then there's also the obvious, which ties into nurturing my list, however, and blog readership, but it's promoting my own content on my Pinterest accounts that lead people to my website's email list, where they get nurtured and then hopefully end up working with me. While I want to say that consistency is key, it is. However, doing something that maybe is not working for you, even if you do it consistently, obviously is not going to be the answer. So if you are spending a lot of time, let's say, answering questions in Facebook groups, you've been doing this for a while and it hasn't even yielded some inquiries for you, it's probably time to refine your approach. The other thing to note as well is when it comes to Pinterest management, what's great is these clients tend to stay with you on a long-term basis. So I quit my 9-to-5 in 2017. I already had clients before quitting that started with me around 2016 or so. Some of these clients are still with me. What's great about Pinterest is that it's the gift that keeps on giving. If you have a good strategy, if you follow the community guidelines and you provide an amazing experience, you will continue to get that traffic. Of course, it goes without saying, and as a Pinterest manager or marketer, you probably notice you definitely want to optimize the account. You don't want to be spammy. Your pins, your keywords, everything matters. But even though it's a little bit of a slow burn in the beginning in terms of the results for your clients organically, it is worth it, and they do get to see that return and they do want to stay with you on a long-term basis. I enjoy, however, just as much Pinterest strategy client, where I go in, I create their strategy, I train them on how to implement what I am teaching them as well. They walk away with everything from their keywords, their boards, templates, a content inventory, so it's plug and play for them. So that's still just as rewarding for me because I keep in touch with those clients as well. If working for yourself is something that's on the table for you, or even earning that extra income on a part-time basis, and you've been considering Pinterest management and offering this as a service, my top tips would definitely be to spend a lot of time learning the platform, learning the community guidelines, making sure that you know what you can and what you cannot do. At the end of the day, you want to have an amazing experience, of course, as a Pinterest manager, and it's exciting to earn revenue, but you want to provide the best experience possible for your clients. And in the last couple of years, there have been so many claims and so many advice given that actually break the community or advertising guidelines on Pinterest. So always be careful about what you are learning before you implement it. And the good news for you is that all of the guidelines and best practices are free and available to the public on Pinterest's website. So be sure to let me know if you have any questions in the comments. Like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thanks for watching.